A, nominated by Gail Berta. Please come up. Though Scott Whitney, a North Adams native, left New England for North Carolina, but Gail was able to bring him back up here. Thank you, Gail, for that. But he went down there in the 1990s. His presence and legacy are being honored tonight with his entry into the Candlepin Hall of Fame. Scott still held and still holds the following lofty records in Western Mass. Imperial Bowl in Pittsfield, Mass, 5-string record, 735. Valley Park Lanes in North Adams, single string 187, tied with Walt Geary, single string 189, 1991, 3 strings 462, 1986, and then 469, 1991. Funtime Lanes, Holyoke, Mass, 5-string record, 781 in 1984. Scott made just one visit to the Channel 5 singles show, but had a remarkable run of 12 consecutive wins over partner Tommy Langnickel on the WCVB double show. Scott's WNECA Pro Tour wins came in 1990, 1992, 1993, and 1994, including a win over Hall of Famer Tommy Olsta. That name keeps popping up all the time, doesn't it? At Funtime Lanes in the final match, as he set a house record. Scott participated in several world events, along with a partner twice defeated the powerhouse tandem of Charlie Jutras and Jeff Atkins in a fundraiser event. In 1986, a jubilant Scott Whitney called bowling stars Huddy O'Neill at Valley Park Lanes to let him know that he broke O'Neill's 22-year house record triple by 15 pins, 462 to 447. I was happy for the kid, O'Neill said, quoted as saying in the local paper, he has shown for the last couple of years that he was a tough bowler, and I told him before that he would be the one to break my record. Huddy was right. At 61, Scott and his wife Terry live in Haw River, North Carolina, where Scott is employed at Chemco Electric. In addition to serving as a kids basketball coach, yeah, you're tall enough, yeah, okay. Scott has been a Boy Scout leader and Scout Unit Commissioner. Scott is a deacon at Glen Hope Baptist Church. He enjoys golf, and yes, Scott does miss Candlepin bowling. Welcome, Scott. And Gail, would you like to say a few words before I call on Scott?
I would just like to thank the board and the whole committee for this honor for my brother, my little brother. Many years ago, Scott wanted to bowl in the Western New England Pro Tour, but he didn't have the money for the entry fee. So I said I would sponsor him, and we made a deal. He said he would, any winnings he got, he would pay me back until the fee was paid. I never lost money. Year after year, I made money every time. So thanks, Scott. And congratulations. I'm very happy for you and very proud of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gail. I just want to say, Gail is a very active member of our Western New England Candlepin Bowling Association. She operates and runs the Adam Turner Bowling Center up in Dalton. Adams. Well, it's close. They make all your money up in Dalton, but that's across the street. Scott?
Thank you. I'd like to thank my late mother and father for giving me the opportunity for this night. Without them, none of this would be possible, as my father was a bowling alley proprietor. My journey started out on a Saturday morning kids league where I had a surprisingly good start, as I had a record score of 185 and a high triple of 389. As my time was ending as a kid in the kids league, I was approached by an adult who was a really great mentor of mine. He said, "Kid, you have too much potential and I cannot see you. I can see that in you," and took me under his wing. He taught me what I needed to know to get even better than I already was. He worked with me as much as he could, but joked with me that he was never going to teach me enough to be better than him. Surprising, as Ralph said, I had the opportunity to call him one day on the phone. As he answered the phone, I said, "Hi, this is Scott." There was a long pause. He came back with a response. "You did it, didn't you?" I did not. With a frog in my throat, I said, "Yes, I did, unfortunately." He said, "Don't worry, I knew the day would come you would break my house record." I knew you would. I taught you, did I not? I also had the opportunity to have a picture taken with him right before he passed away. Shortly after the house record was published in the paper, I had the opportunity to break it not once, but twice. Instead of calling him, I had to call myself and tell myself that I broke the house record. Along with him was also another adult who saw potential in me and got me involved in the men's league as a team member. We became best friends from there, and as Ralph said before, this was my doubles partner on Channel 5, where we hold the record for 12 consecutive weeks. Without these two people and my mother and father, none of this would have been possible. So thank you guys from above. I would also like to thank Ralph Semb for representing me in my application as an inductee into the Candlepin Hall of Fame. Thank you, Ralph. I would like to thank all the bowlers I had the opportunity to compete against in all my years of competition, pushing me to the extreme to beat them. I never had an easy match that I did not walk away from totally exhausted. I can say it was never a walk in the park. I would like to thank the International Candlepin Bowling Association for inducting me into the Candlepin Hall of Fame. I would also like to thank the Western New England Candlepin Association, for without them and the Western New England Pro Tour, none of my records would be possible and I would not be standing here tonight. So thank you for my induction into the Hall of Fame. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you very much, Scott. Good to have you here.
Scott Whitney, 2023 Hall of Fame. It's official now. Show the plaque to our viewing audience. It's got to feel so surreal for you.
Oh, it does. It's so overwhelming to be in a class with people I competed against, and now to be in the same building with them. Well, after all these years competing against them, they made me who I am now.
Did you think it was ever going to happen?
No. Unfortunately, I walked away from the sport 25 years ago to better things for my family, moving out of the area, and never thought the day would come. And then Maria called me early in the spring and said, "You're being inducted. Do you accept?" And I said, "Well, of course I do. I thought the day would never be here."
Congratulations for the 2023 ICBA Candlepin Hall of Fame.
Thank you.